Hey everybody, story time with Pastor Colin and his girls. Tonight is 10 ways to be perfect. And it says, so there they were. Grannies, granddads, babies, uncles, aunts, children, moms and dads, out there in the middle of the desert. They had blisters from all the walking. Oh, blisters are, have you ever gotten a blister?
Sorta.
Yeah. They were hungry, so hungry, and thirsty, and much too hot. We don't like it, they said. It stinks. And so did they, for that matter, because no one had taken a bath in weeks. Yuck. No.
Have
Yes, you have. Now remember, because this is something they'd forgotten, that God had done amazing things for his people. He hidden them inside a cloud. He'd moved the sea. He had set them free from Egypt. But God's people still weren't happy. They didn't care about being free. Wasn't it better when they were back in Egypt as slaves? At last, or at least rather, they'd had lots of nice food to eat. God doesn't want us to be happy, they said, complaining. It was the same lie that Adam and Eve had heard all those years before. Do you remember that? God has brought us out here and he wants to kill us. God doesn't love us at all. But they didn't know God very well, did they?
No.
Every day of their journey, God kept on showing his people how well he would look after them if they would just trust him and obey him. When they were hungry, God made the sky rain with food, bread coming down from heaven. What is it? They asked each other, because they didn't know. So they called it, what is it? Which of course is a very good name for something when you don't know what it is. And when they were thirsty, and that's what manna means. What is it? And when they were thirsty and started quarreling and arguing and fighting, God made water flow from a rock. Moses called that place quarreling because that seemed like a good name too. And still, God's children didn't trust him or do what he said. They thought they could do a better job of looking after themselves and making themselves happy. But God knew there was no such thing as happiness without him. So God led them to a very tall mountain. God wanted to talk to his people and show them what he was really like. He wanted to help them know him better and tell them about the special land he was going to give them. The whole earth belongs to me, God said, but I have chosen you. You are my special family. I want you to live in a way that shows everyone else what I'm like, so that they can know me too. God called Moses up a very tall mountain, and the great mountain shook, and thick clouds came down, and thunder roared, and lightning crackled, and God gave Moses 10 rules called commandments. I want you to love me more than anything else in the whole world, and know that I love you too. God told them, this is the most important thing of all. God gave them other rules like don't make yourselves pretend gods, don't kill people or steal or lie. The rules showed God people how to live, how to be close to him, how to be happy. They showed how life works best. God promises to always look after you, Moses said. Will you love him and keep those rules? We can do it. Yes, we promise, they said. But they were wrong. They couldn't do it. No matter how hard they tried, they could never keep God's rules all the time. And God knew that they couldn't. And he wanted them to know it too. Only one person could keep all the rules all the time. And many years later, God would send that person to stand in their place and to be perfect for them and for us. Because the rules can't save them. Only God can save them. And that's the end of our story tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the warrior leader in Jericho, the walls of Jericho. All right, good night.